Hello brothers, this is Shay. Today I am sharing 5 simple things to reverse erectile dysfunction. So if you're experiencing erection problems or performance anxiety, then these 5 things are important to listen to and to take them on, some of which you may already be doing, and a few of them I'm pretty sure will be new to you. So first up, I'm not going to share the obvious things like smoking, caffeine, drinking, etc., because we've heard all of those before. So these 5 are the non-mainstream things that we can be doing to actually reverse erection problems. So number 1, this one you'll be familiar with, porn and masturbation. I'm going to put both of these two into one. Technically it should be separate, but porn and masturbation. Porn, first of all, why? Because it creates supercharged dopamine spikes in our body, and it becomes impossible to replicate that in a one-to-one situation, which just means that we don't get as stimulated. So that's why porn can be dangerous when it comes to erection problems. So that's something we definitely want to reduce, ideally avoid. And linked to that one, of course, masturbation. And if we're doing that excessively, it can create damage. It can damage the sensitivity, which means just when it comes to sex, things don't work. So that's the first one. Number 2, staying sedentary. So staying still, not moving around. Why is it important that we avoid this? If we're following the official guidelines, we should be getting between 30 to 45 minutes of high intensity activity a day. Why? Because this promotes our blood flow around our body and our cardiovascular health, our heart health, which of course is critical for pumping blood flow to the important parts, our dick being one of those parts. So that's why getting exercise throughout the day, particularly, many of us now we're sitting down or even standing, but in one place for most of the day. So moving around, mixing the day up, taking short walks, and then having that high intensity exercise. This is important. Number 3, vitamin levels. So understanding our vitamin levels, and there's been studies that have shown there's some vitamins that have really key links to erection quality, particularly magnesium. And you may want to check out here magnesium glycinate. I've seen quite a lot, this has come up quite a lot in conversations that I've had with men. I'm not a doctor, and I have to say that before making any changes or taking supplements, vitamins, etc., to check that with your healthcare provider or make your own research and decisions around that first of all. But something that you may want to check out is magnesium glycinate. Okay, and number 4, sleep. So I did a separate video on this a while back, but sleep is critical when it comes to erection qualities, particularly morning wood, and something called REM sleep, which happens in the later stages before we wake up. So getting a good night's sleep consistently it plays such an important part of erection quality. And there's a great book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker that I would recommend. And then finally, number 5, and this is the most important one and the most unheard of one out of all of these, is awareness of our patterns. Awareness of our patterns. And what do I mean by that? How does it relate to erection quality and reversing erection dysfunction? Well, it's very easy to say, stop watching porn. It's very easy to say, start working out more. It's very easy to say, stop smoking or be less stressed or whatever it may be. But we don't do those things. It's not as easy to actually change those habits and patterns. And you know that, I know that from personal experience. So becoming aware of our patterns and why we make the choices we make. What does it give me? Why do I do that? And what are then alternative options, imagining it like a buffet of options that I could choose from in the moment. When we start to become more aware of our habits and conscious of them, rather than just doing them, that's a game changer, because it means that we're able to start bringing in more resources and making better choices. We create more distance between when we have the impulse to do something and then doing it. We can create some space in between that, and it means that when we have the impulse, we can make a new choice in that space. So becoming aware of our habits, why we're doing the things that we do, is a really important step. Another great book that I recommend on that is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And a good place to start is just by writing down the habits that you have at the moment, positive, negative, neutral ones. Okay, so they're the 5 Tips, 5 things that you can do, 5 simple things to reverse erectile dysfunction. Just going to recap on those ones. Number 1, reducing or cutting out porn and masturbation. Number 2, moving throughout the day. Number 3, checking your vitamin levels, particularly magnesium. Number 4, sleep. And number 5, awareness of our patterns. If you want to get to the bottom of this now though, and you're ready to take the next step to figure out really what's going on, what's caused this, and how to avoid a lifelong erection problem, then I invite you to take what I call the Performance Anxiety Quiz. It's a free quiz, and it's 10 yes or no questions, so this will take you less than 2 minutes to complete. What this will do is show you what is causing this for you, and also your personal score. So if that sounds good, below in the comments I've put the link to the Performance Anxiety Quiz. Click on that link, it will take you straight to the page where you can answer the 10 yes or no questions. I will then send you your score plus your personal guide so that you can get to the bottom of this and get it sorted. Okay, click on that link below and I'll see you there.